So many of us, in our own ways, we want to help others, and we often wonder what is the best way to help others. We do little things from our side. Here, Sri Aurobindo is telling the best way that you can serve humanity, you can serve divine. The only best possible way, true possible way to serve humanity, to serve the divine. That is what Sri Aurobindo is revealing to us. He says, so I'm just using a text from his own writings, where he says, if man could once consent to be spiritualized, if only the individual could consent to be spiritualized. And later, further, he says, something in him asks for it, aspires, and all the rest refuses. So he is referring to our tendencies, our ego-minded, the patterns on which we run, where there is a refusal that why should I change, why should I surrender to the divine? That part in us, that really rigid, hard part in us, which sees that it is wrong many a times, but still it's not able to surrender. That hard part in us, it refuses to surrender, it refuses to seek divine guidance. And then Sri Aurobindo is saying, something in him asks for it, aspires, and all the rest refuses, wants to continue to be what it is, the mixed ore which needs to be cast into the furnace. So Sri Aurobindo is saying that we need to undergo this process of self-purification, of going through as many challenges and as many difficulties as possible, but owing to those difficulties and challenges, we should become pure gold. All of us, it's our responsibility as a human being. And then he says that, there have been very challenging turning points in the history of mankind. And even now we are going through one. So he's saying, from every side I am asked, what is going to happen? Everywhere there is anguish, fear, what is going to happen? And he's again saying, there is only one reply. If only man could consent to be spiritualized. And perhaps it would be enough if some individuals became pure gold, for this would be enough to change the course of events. We are faced with this necessity in a very urgent way. This courage, this heroism which the divine wants of us, why not use it to fight against one's own difficulties, one's own imperfections, one's own obscurities? Why not heroically face the furnace of inner purification, so that it does not become necessary to pass once more through one of those terrible, gigantic destructions which plunge an entire civilization into darkness? So, we don't need to show any external heroism. We just need to ourselves become pure gold. And whatever will happen as a result, as a byproduct of you becoming pure gold, will be helpful in the process of, in taking care of the humanity. So, what we are up to, all of us who are on this path, it's this responsibility that the divine asks us for. It's our responsibility to surrender to the divine. It's not a it's not a luxury. It's not that it's an option. That is, obviously there is free will associated with it, but it's our we are highly irresponsible if we are not able to take this path to divine surrender. And once we even begin to walk on this path, once, even though we have not become pure gold yet, even the beginning of this path, you will be doing a lot of help to the humanity. You will be one less trouble for the humanity. And that is why we must, if we can, if we want to, we must walk on this path. It's our responsibility to the divine and to ourselves, which is the same.